Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lakwe Shweton. One of the questions you hear most from women is, how can I get that guy to marry me? And that question is asked even more by women who have been in a long relationship with guys. So because that question is asked so often, that is what this video is about. Before I get into the main video though, I have to put a caveat here. Please don't try to deceive or trick a guy into marrying you. For example, don't mistakenly get pregnant in an effort to make a guy marry you. The thing is that you can make a guy marry you by mistakenly falling pregnant, but you can't make him love you. Many women don't realize that. They do this, and then after marriage, they find that the guy is showing that he doesn't love them because in actual fact he doesn't love them. And they are miserable. The wife is miserable, and then now they start complaining about their husbands, and then the whole marriage becomes miserable for the two of them, and the thing just explodes or implodes. You can avoid this by not tricking a guy into marrying you. Don't deceive people. Treat people the way you would want to be treated. So now that my caveat is in place, I'm going to give you 3 great tips that you can use to make a guy marry you. Tip number 1, be a fun person. If you're a fun person, if the guy is always happy to be around you, he's going to want to keep that going. Eventually, he's going to realize that the way to be around you all the time is to marry you. He's not going to see any way around it. So just be a fun person. Be the kind of person that people want to be around, particularly the guy that you are interested in or the guy that you're dating. That is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is don't sleep with him on the first date. Now I know that we're in the 21st century and sex is more in the air now and it's more open and everybody is doing it and things like that, but avoid sleeping with somebody too early in the dating relationship. In fact, what I usually say is the more you want to marry a guy, the more you should delay having sex. This is because it makes him even more interested in you. So I know that there are some bad cases where a girl didn't have sex with a guy for 6 months and then she had sex with him and then the guy just disappears. But those cases are rare, and they usually happen when that is all the guy wants from you, or if the woman has marketed herself in such a way that sex is the only thing she has to offer. You are more than sex. You have more to offer than sex. So delay having sex with the guy if you know you want to marry him. Tip number 3 is to give a guy space. It's not by policing a guy and being all in his business that the guy is going to marry you. In fact, that might make him do the opposite. It might make him run away. So give him space. When you give a guy space and you're building your own life, after a while he's going to realize that he doesn't really like all the space that you have given him. He's going to want to get closer to you, and it's going to occur to him that the way I can be with this woman more often and to have her around me more often is to marry her. It's going to occur to him and he's going to do it. Now I have a bonus tip for you. My bonus tip for you is that no matter what happens, don't beg a guy to marry you. When you beg a guy to marry you, you are telling him that you don't value yourself, and then what will happen is that he won't value you either. You see, every guy wants to marry a woman that he feels is a prize. He wants to feel like he's winning something that everybody else wants. But if you show that you don't value yourself, he's not going to value you either, and he's not going to want to marry you. So no matter what happens, do not beg a man to marry you. So those are my top 3 tips on how to get a guy to marry you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like below, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can subscribe by clicking on my picture here. When you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you get all my YouTube videos on relationships and dating every single week. If you want my free ebooks as well, you can get them by going to www.bitly.com/Lakwe'sLoveTips. I'll put the link to that in the description box below. And also, if you want daily tips from me on dating, relationships, love, things like that, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at Lakwe Shweton, LAPESOETAN. I'll put that on the screen somewhere. So just go to Instagram and follow me for daily tips from me. I wish you love and strength. Bye.